Bonjour. In this video, we are going to learn about the verbs ending in er in French language. Okay, so there is few things that we have to see first together. So what is a verb ending in er? So as you can see in the infinitive form, like those verbs that finish with er. Like you have an example here, parler, to speak, aimer, to love, jouer, to play. You see the ending er, just er. That's it. That's really simple to understand. Then those verbs, they belong to the first group. So in French language, for the verbs, we have three group. First group, second group, and then the third group is more exception, but that's something we're gonna see later. So the first group is all those er verb. Of course, there is exception. For example, the verb to go, aller, which is an er verb, but it's an exception. But that's the topic for another lesson. Okay, so remember that in French language about verbs, three groups. First group, er verb. Second group, we're gonna see that later. And third group is for the all exceptions. So let's move on. So how to conjugate a verb ending in er. So as you can see, when you learn a new verb in French, you're gonna see always the same pattern. That's always like this. Like even at school in France, that's how we learn verb. So you have like je, tu, il, elle, on, nous, vous, il, elle. Always the same, like this. And then you have to know like for he, she, we, like the on, which is more casual, we is gonna be the same ending. And same for the plural, il, elle is gonna be the same ending, right? So you have it, you have the ending, so you have to take off the er and replace with the ending. So you remember the verb parler with er at the end. When you start to conjugate it, it changes. For example, je parle, now you have it. Tu parles, yes. If you can say il parle, elle parle, on parle, it's gonna be an i. Nous parlons, ons. Vous parlez, is. Il parle, int. So as you can see, for those three one, the singular and the last one or plural, third person plural, is the same pronunciation, same phonetics, but the writing is different. So c'est je parle, tu parles, il parle also, but very different writing. So that's very important to know that. The only difference where it changes is like nous parlons, vous parlez. Okay, that I hope it's clear. So we're gonna see another example to make sure that you understand. Ta-da-da. Now you have the verb aimer, like to like or to love. And the same thing apply here, c'est j'aime. So by the way, you cannot say je aime. We don't like to have like two vowels side by side. That's why we cut it and we put an apostrophe. So j'aime, tu aimes, il aime, elle l'aime, on aime. Be careful here, we have a little liaison to do. If you didn't see my video about liaison, I really invite you to watch it. On aime. We cannot say on aime, c'est on aime with the N sound. Here, nous aimons, more liaison. Vous aimez, ils, elles aiment. So as you can see now, that will be different. If you say il aime, so you say like he likes, but if you say ils aiment, now like they likes, but it will be like a group of male. If it was only female, you will say they, elles aiment. You use the L, but if you see a group and there is like male and female together, there's always gonna be il. So il them. It's like the male gender, like is the most important here. Sorry, I didn't choose French language, so it is what it is. Okay, so now let me give you some most common frequent verb in er. As you can see, parler, to speak, jouer, to play, regarder, to watch, chanter, to sing, danser, to dance, aimer, to love, to like, étudier, to study, travailler, to work. So with those verbs, you can use them. It's always the same thing when you conjugate them. That's the beauty of it. So to finish this video, very important things to remember. So you need to practice them. That is very important. So now you learn the pattern, you know, like je, tu, il, elle, on, nous, vous, il, elle. But you should practice it. Like for example, like you want to say like he plays, like il joue, but you can say like Marc joue. So you can replace the il with a mark. And so you really need to practice in that context, not using only je, tu, il, but the people. For example, you want to say like they watch TV. Now, ils regardent la télé, like a group of male, ils. And you want to say, for example, French people watch the TV. So you can replace les Français, like French people, with they. So les Français regardent la télé. So at the end, you have to put ENT. ENT, okay? So I hope it's clear. If you have any question, don't hesitate to ask me down below. I'll be very happy to help. Also, as I say, like make complete sentences is very important. Like, je parle avec mes amis tous les jours. That's one thing that I used to do when I was learning another language for myself. I used to write a long sentences, check if it's good or not, and pronounce it. And I think it's a good way to remember things. And one thing that I recommend you as well is like to listen to French. Like you can be song, movie, podcast. I just created a podcast, so maybe you can check it out if you want. And that's it. Every day, every day, every day. French it up a little bit every day, and you will reach your goal. And that's the secret of learning a language. I'm going to do a video more in depth about that. I wish you to have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next video. Au revoir!